What if everything we thought we knew about history was wrong? The African presence in Argentina dates back to the early 1500s, when the Spanish brought enslaved Africans to work in plantations, homes, and public works. Buenos Aires, then a colonial outpost, became one of the main entry points for the transatlantic slave trade in South America. Dr. Carla Alvarez, historian, University of Buenos Aires. At the height of the transatlantic slave trade, it is estimated that nearly 30% of Buenos Aires' population had African ancestry. They were vital to the colonial economy, yet their story has been systematically erased from national narratives. Africans played a significant role in the struggle for Argentina's independence from Spain. Many enslaved Africans were promised freedom in exchange for military service, and thousands fought bravely alongside General José de San Martín, helping to secure Argentina's independence in 1816. Historian Pablo del Valle. The contributions of African soldiers were crucial to Argentina's fight for freedom, yet after the wars, many were forgotten. Despite promises of emancipation, many were re-enslaved or left destitute. By the mid-19th century, the African population in Argentina began to decline sharply. Epidemics, such as yellow fever, disproportionately affected black communities. Many African men died in wars or succumbed to disease, while others were pushed to the margins of society. Sociologist Maria Eugenia Iglesias. The Argentine government pursued policies to whiten the population, actively encouraging European immigration while marginalizing the African and indigenous populations. This demographic shift further erased the presence of African Argentines. Despite being marginalized, Africans and their descendants left an indelible mark on Argentine culture. The most famous example is the tango, a dance and musical form that emerged in the late 19th century, born from a fusion of African, indigenous, and European influences. Musicologist Fernando Morales. The African influence on tango is undeniable. Many of the early tango rhythms were rooted in African candombe, a traditional Afro-Uruguayan dance and music style brought to Buenos Aires by enslaved Africans. Yet as tango grew in popularity, its African roots were often downplayed in favor of Europeanized versions. Today, the Afro-Argentine community continues to fight for recognition and cultural preservation. Though many Argentines still associate their national identity with European heritage, the Afro-Argentine population is reclaiming its place in history. Carlos Alvarez Nazareno, Afro-Argentine activist. For too long, the African presence in Argentina has been denied or ignored. Our community is small but proud. We are reclaiming our roots, our culture, and our history. Miriam Gomez, Afro-Argentine cultural historian. The legacy of Africans in Argentina can be seen everywhere, from music to food, yet our contributions have been systematically erased from textbooks. We're working to change that narrative, to bring our story to the forefront. In recent decades, there has been a growing movement to rediscover and reclaim the African roots of Argentina. Historians and archaeologists are unearthing forgotten stories, while DNA testing is revealing hidden African ancestry among many Argentines. Dr. Jorge Rodriguez, geneticist. Many Argentines today are surprised to discover African heritage in their DNA. It shows that the African influence in Argentina runs deeper than many realize, and it's time to acknowledge that legacy. As Argentina moves into the 21st century, the Afro-Argentine community is gaining visibility. New laws are being passed to combat racism, and efforts to include Afro-Argentine history in the national curriculum are underway. Though much work remains, a new chapter is being written. Politician Silvia Arca. We are at a turning point in Argentina. The African story is no longer being ignored. We are rewriting history to include all of our citizens, and we are building a future that acknowledges the contributions of all cultures. The African story in Argentina is one of resilience. From the days of colonial enslavement to the fight for independence, and from invisibility to rediscovery, the Afro-Argentine community has endured and thrived. Their contributions to the country's culture, economy, and history are undeniable. In the rhythm of tango, in the resilience of its people, and in the hidden corners of its history, the spirit of Africa lives on in Argentina. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for the next video's updates. Thanks for watching.